Hi, it's Wendy at the Barrington Library. Today I'm going to show you how to make these really cool rock paintings using saran wrap and some paint. It's pretty easy, it's pretty fast, but it's also fun, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to turn the camera down, let you see what you'll be getting in your kit. Inside your kit, you'll be getting a rock of varying sizes, a piece of saran wrap just in case you didn't have any plastic wrap at home, 3 little bottles with some paint in them, green, blue, and white. You'll get a few Q-tips and a little toothpick. So that's about it. At the end, if you need a Sharpie to do the finished product, let us know at the library. We can include a Sharpie in the kit, and if you could return it to us, we'd appreciate it, but we just want to make sure you have one. If you don't have one at home, let us know. So I'm going to get started here. First, I'll let you see this one that I made earlier. It's sort of like a night sky, and you can see the trees, some little speckles up in the sky. So another one that I made, which really wasn't this season, it looked more like wispy waves and clouds and everything, so I ended up turning it into an island scene. So use your imagination. When you get done, you'll look at it and decide, what does it really look like to you? So let's get started. I'm going to open up this little piece of plastic wrap as best I can. Boy, it's sticky. If you've got some good plastic wrap, it probably won't stay stuck good. Open it up. Now what I'll do is every kit's going to be different. You'll have different size rocks. I don't know which size you'll get, what shape. So look at your rock that you're going to use and see about how big of a space it would take on this plastic wrap. And what we're going to do is put paint on the wrap that's a little bit bigger than our rock, so a little bit outside that edge. So I can kind of estimate my size there. These show almost like cloudy type of skies. Nothing's like a very direct cloud, but it's all those colors up there. So if you want a really blue sky with a little bit of cloud and a little bit of greenishness to it, because that makes it feel earthy too, put majority of blue on. So I am going to start with blue, and how we're going to put these on, because I don't have a bottle that I can squeeze, I'm going to take my Q-tip and swirl it around in there, get some good amount of paint on there, and I'm going to start making dots all over my saran wrap in the middle, almost in the shape of that rock that I had. And some can be, is really getting a lot of paint on there now, so some can be really big spots and other ones can be small spots. I want to make sure that I've got some good paint on there. Well, it's pretty good to me for my size. I'm going to set that one aside, then open up my green. I think I'm going to put the green more around the outside edge. I like how this one on the outside edge, it was more green towards the bottom, which is where I put my trees anyway. So I'm going to do that again on purpose. Last time it was not on purpose. So dunk my Q-tip and go around the edge with my green. Oops, I want to get some good dots on there. You do want thick dots if you can, because that will let you smear it around and blend them in a little bit better. So there we go. So I've got some green around my edges and a little bit of mix there on my, there we go. Now for the white. And I'm going to just intermingle white through it all. So, okay, get some good clunks of white and put them on here too. Now as I dip in here after I go on my saran wrap, I may get some blue or green in my white paint, and that's okay. It's my paint, it doesn't have to come back. There we go, so. Oh, that's a good gunk of white right there. Really professional words here. A daub, a blob of white. There we go. So, kind of all mixed it in. All right, and that's okay. I'm just going to throw that one away. So now what we do is make sure, yep, it's a little bit bigger than my stone. I think, let me see how this sits. It actually doesn't matter. I think I'm going to put this as my bottom. It's a little bit flatter. So I'm going to turn my rock over and set it right in the middle of that. And then gather up my corners of my saran wrap very gently, and then squish it all together here and hold it towards the middle, and then twist this around just a couple times, makes it nice and tight, and I turn it over. Now this is pretty cool anyways in its own right, but to make some of my good coloring, I'm going to smear it. I'm gonna swirl around as much as I want. Now even while I'm doing this, I'm not really sure how it's getting swirled onto the rock, because this is just showing through the plastic wrap side. So, but that looks pretty good to me. I think I'm gonna leave that. All right, now I'm gonna put it back on my countertop and slowly open it up. And you need a a piece of scrap paper or a napkin to set it on. Excuse me. So I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper. So when I open this up, there we go. Spread it flat if I can. And then just a couple little places on my fingers, pick it up and then peel it away. Look at that. Pretty great. Now, if I like that just how it is, that's wonderful. If I went, oh, I wish it had swayed this way, I can try to put it back down and pull it away. I might do that on this end. So I'm going to put it back down and pull it away. There we go. That really looks like a wave, doesn't it now? And I'm going to turn this over and put it right on my paper to dry. Now, as I'm looking at it, I see, whoops, I got a little on my countertop. This is acrylic paint, so you want to wash it with soap and water. And be careful not to get it on your clothes. I see a little bit of my rock showing through here. So what I might do is take one of these Q-tips and turn it over. And take some of the paint from below and dab it on if I want to. If I'm concerned. Sometimes I don't care, because that natural rock coming through is actually pretty cool. There we go. So there we go. We'll just put it like that. And now I have to set this aside and let it dry. So I don't know if you can see the design. I did a couple earlier ones. This one about a half hour ago. That one's pretty dry. This was a bigger rock. It's a little thicker. It took a little bit longer to dry, but here's some of these designs. So in that, what you don't want to do is look at them and say, will it look like a night sky? I think any of them could be. This one I have too much white to really look like a night sky. So I could still draw like the black of outline of a mountain and color in the mountain in black, and it would look really great against that skylight, the lighter sky in the background. For this little rock where it's already dry, ooh, on the back I can either write my name, or I could write a nice little saying like, be strong, it's a new day. And I'm going to copy how I did this so that you see how I did. All I did was go around the whole circle. I may pretend this is my center, and I did little trees. I made a line, and I did little trees for my lines out for the side of my tree, kind of like a pine tree. And then this one's going to point towards the center. And there we go. So see how it's, I kind of look at the center. So if I want to do a tree over here, I would turn my rock and point it from the center line. I like to all face the middle. There we go. I'll do a little one in between. There we go. So a couple more trees. I'm just doing lines for my tree branches. You can be a little bit more. I kind of think it looks like just the outline this way, but you can be a little bit more creative in your trees if you want. Ooh, it's a tall one on this end. Whoa! I'll start at the top and do my branches out. All right, see over here. And then maybe one here. But they all kind of point inward. It's kind of like when you're laying on your back and you're looking up at a night sky. So, and it kind of gives just shadows. That's why these trees are fine when they're just black. It's like the profile of a tree. And now in the middle, if you want to, this is what the toothpick is for. You can take your toothpick and just touch it in the white and make some dots in your sky. You know, it might take you a little while, but you can get some stars up in there. And just make it a really nice night sky. Because really, if we stopped at night and paused and looked up, if we were out in the woods and all the sky was dark, we would see beautiful stars, right? So it's good. Make a little starry night. Here we go. So that would be my finished rock. So I hope you have lots of different ideas. It doesn't have to be a forest with the night sky, but with the color scheme that we're giving you, it really works out well. Waves are really good too, like ocean waves or a lake. So use your imagination, look at your rock and see how that paint comes out and come up with a design. Good luck, have fun folks, bye-bye.